Good morning, Ada family. It's your boy Boomin coming at you with yet another video, guys. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button, and that notification bell so you never miss a Cardano or a Vechain video. I got my hot tea and honey locked and loaded, ready to go. Let's get this show started. So we got a short video here. It's about 4 minutes long about Charles Hoskinson giving a testimony before the House of Representatives Committee on Agriculture about the future of digital asset regulations. So last week we know that Charles is talking to Congress and the House of Representatives in order to promote fair and just regulations for crypto. So let's see what he has to say. Again, this is about 4 minutes long, and then we'll move on. You can't hear it.
And congressional staffers who work so hard. Thank you for inviting me to testify at this hearing. I applaud the work of this subcommittee, and I appreciate you all taking the time to provide a forum for the blockchain industry. The blockchain industry has grown over the past decade from a small group of uncommercialized volunteer developers, and it was very small, believe me, to a $1 trillion global economy encapsulating sophisticated engineering, scientific research, publicly traded companies, and millions of users. While our remarkable growth yields significant opportunities ranging from infrastructure security to entirely new economies like metaverses and NFTs, it also has presented new challenges and amplified the existing problems. Our legacy systems cannot handle the rapid movement of value without counterparty risk and require centralized middlemen. Our regulatory tools, risk management systems, and oversight processes were never designed for such speed, scale, and rapid evolution. For example, in just 4 years, our industry has touched concepts ranging from IPOs to intellectual property to completely new business structures called DAOs that are effectively leaderless and jurisdiction-free. Reflecting upon the 20th century, the dominance of the United States has rested upon 3 pillars: our financial services, our technology companies, and our manufacturing capabilities. These industries are rapidly transforming under the demands of globalization, increased competition, new technologies, and our desire to define ESG rules to ensure a sustainable, values-driven global economy. At our core, our industry's technology is about creating distributed ledgers to store information that needs to be transparent, auditable, time-stamped, and immutable. This process enables records of social and economic concerns to be reliable and programmable.
I'm going to pause it right here real quick. Sorry, guys, but my life goal is to be as happy as this chick in the back here. Like, she's cheesing nonstop. She's been cheesing for 2 straight minutes. Like, I want that kind of joy in my life. Anyway, let's move on.
For example, as a rancher, I have to deal with water rights, grazing leases, BLM land, and numerous other agreements, contracts, and economic events. Many of these are not digitized, nor are they shared in ways to provide emergent value to policymakers, regulators, and researchers. The consequences of this fragmentation and lack of digitization are a large amount of inefficiency, replication of work, and a lack of access for entrepreneurs and innovators who could build new products and services that would dramatically reduce costs and improve efficiency for all stakeholders. The power of blockchain technology is its universality and permissionless model for innovation. Our company, Input Output, has never had to pay a royalty, file a patent application, or acquire a license to pursue business in countries as diverse as Ethiopia to Mongolia. Thus, we have to understand that categories-based regulation that is segregated to the borders of a particular jurisdiction and relies upon centralized access to reporting and disclosure is unlikely to be effective and, frankly, will inhibit regulation. Furthermore, the Internet's governance, evolution, and innovation aren't controlled by the ITU or some other transnational body, but rather by thousands of interconnected and interdependent agencies and private companies working towards the self-emerging common goals of increased connectivity, capacity, and utility. If we are to discuss how to regulate our industry, protect consumers, and align growth with the realities of modern society, then we ought to have the humility to admit innovation makes specifics difficult. We should focus on principles instead. Blockchains enable the liquidity of value, thought, and commerce at a scale and speed society has never enjoyed before. Instead of predicting the outcome of these new capabilities, we ought to decide on what risks we must guard against, what fundamental rights consumers should have, and how to use new tools for the greatest possible good. It seems prudent to focus on concepts like measuring decentralization, information asymmetries, accessibility of data, and access rather than arguing about jurisdictional bodies or asset categorization. Cryptocurrencies are financial stem cells at their core. They can be nearly any asset and can change over time. Principles don't change. For example, the notion of measuring consolidation and its risks has been an endeavor the United States has pursued and is frankly good at since the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890. While none of us are personally familiar with life in the 1890s, we'd certainly be comfortable with the intent and concepts behind the Sherman Antitrust Act. Centralization of markets and power seldom leads to good outcomes. I hope we can engage in a fruitful and ongoing dialogue throughout the coming months as the United States debates the regulatory future of the American blockchain and cryptocurrency industry. Like the prior Congresses in the 1990s discussing the regulatory framework for the Internet that led to the rise of trillion-dollar companies, I believe this Congress can achieve great results by working with our industry in a principles-based legislative approach and leveraging our capabilities to innovate and adapt. Thank you all for your time, and I look forward to your questions.
That was amazing. That was amazing. I agree wholeheartedly. You know, I'm torn because I do believe that crypto is the Wild West, and the less regulation, in my humble opinion, the better. But in order for this to get mass adopted, you know, we need some sensible regulation that will protect consumers, protect users, to make sure that things like Terra Luna, things like Celsius don't happen. And, you know, just trusting someone or trusting a protocol is not enough. We've seen that happen over and over again. And there need to be steps taken in order to prevent some of those things, or at least mitigate the damage of a lot of those incidents. So hopefully, you know, this is just one part. There's many parts of this. Hopefully, we could all come together and form some sort of common ground for reasonable regulation that does not stifle innovation. That's all I want. Thank you to OneCom, ticker symbol 1COMM. Guys, you know the drill. During these down crypto times, it's very important to support your small stake pool operator out there, guys. All right, do it for OneCom. They produce blocks each and every epoch, 0% fees until at least the end of December 2022 for all existing and new delegators. Delegate to OneCom right now. All right, do it. Thank you, OneCom, for sponsoring the video. Let's move on. All right, so finally, guys, this was released yesterday here. Today, we're pleased to report that the IOHK team has successfully tagged and released Cardano node 1.35, which will confirm the final candidate for the Vassal mainnet release. The Vassal upgrade, named in honor of the long-standing community member Vassal Saint Dabov, brings significant performance and capability upgrades to Cardano. The release of this new node is an important milestone to the road of this upgrade. We're code complete on all core Cardano software. Testing on the new Plutus V2 code, including CIPs, which significantly improve smart contract performance, have been successful. Delivered very positive results in terms of performance and improved cost. Next stop is preparing for Cardano testnet release. We have, in the last few minutes, alerted our SPO community supporting the testnet that the new node is ready for them to deploy. All right, guys, so they're going to be sharing more progress next week, and they'll let us know if we're going to be able to go to Vassal towards the end of next month. Definitely interesting to see, guys. That's all I have for you today. Short video today. I love y'all so much. I will talk to you tomorrow with the Vechain and Cardano updates. Stay strong, Cardano Army. Love you. Let's come together. Let's stay together. Let's build together. Have a good day. Just want to give a shout out to my wonderful Patreon subscribers here. Maryland for Crypto, Anthony Andrews, Farouz Den, Kyle Bachi, CryptosVT.si, Angeltopia, DNC Vale, Leon Jackson II, Kraken, and All Flare LLC. Thank you so much for your wonderful Patreon support. Guys, go ahead and click the links down below to support the channel. I really appreciate it. I love you guys. Take care. Keep hodling Vechain and Cardano, and I'll talk to you soon.